Do you trust the Department of Justice? Do you trust the Kamala Harris campaign? Do you trust the FBI and any other three-letter agency? Breaking news coming out today could very well change the dynamic and, more importantly, change your trust in the federal government. Leave a comment down below if you trust the FBI, if you trust the Department of Justice. Leave a comment down below. Let's jump right in. This is breaking freaking news. Guys, we have breaking news that could affect the entire landscape of conservative social media. Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, Tenet Media, Dave Rubin have just been indicted by the Department of Justice for being Russian agents. Leave a comment down below. Let's jump right in. Okay, guys, veteran biker in the house. We have some stuff coming out of the news right now that is breaking news. Breaking news. Major conservative. Guys, we got an emergency broadcast right here. We've got breaking news. We have some breaking news coming out right now. We have 3 conservative social media influencers: Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, Benny Johnson, large conservative followings, large channels that go after and really question what's going on in America right now. And the Department of Justice has filed what looks to be like some indictments that Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin took money through an organization called Tenet Media from the Russians, from the insurgency, from the bad guys, from the Ruskies, Putin lovers. And if you're a big fan of Zelensky right now, you're probably happy because they're trying to take these guys out. The DOJ indicts Russian nationals in a $10 million scheme to spread covert propaganda. Now, these 2 people are now saying they gave money to Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin to make and spread propaganda. This is where we're at in America right now. This is Orwellian. Now, I don't know how far this goes, but I'm going to read you a couple of things here. I'm on travel. I don't have my studio set up. Hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. Join the channel as a member. We do a lot of talking in the Discord server. Do that. Let's check this out. 2 Russian nationals employed by state-controlled media outlet RT, which is Russia Today, are charged with conspiring to violate U.S. laws by secretly funding and directing pro-Russian content on social media platforms. Benny Johnson puts out 3 or 4 videos a day. Tim Pool, huge following, huge. Dave Rubin, huge following on other platforms as well as YouTube. This is just bombshell news. Let's get a little further. Department of Justice has unsealed an indictment charging 2 Russian nationals, and I can't even pronounce their name, whatever. It sounds like Kornikova, like tennis players. The indictment reveals Kalashnikov, that name sounds familiar, a little pew-pew action, who were employees of Russian state-controlled media outlet RT, played pivotal roles in funneling nearly $10 million to a Tennessee-based online content creation company called Tenet Media. This company, who is believed to be Tenet Media, who touts right-wing host Lauren Southern, Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, Dave Rubin, and others as part of their roster. The indictment remarks on its website, U.S. company describes itself as a network of heterodox commentators. I don't even know what that means. I'm a dummy from Lower Alabama. The indictment further states, the 2 Russian names, who respectively have over 2.4 million, 1.3 million subscribers, talking about Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, they're going after these guys. Now, 24 hours ago, Tim Pool filed a lawsuit against against the Harris regime, because Harris Kamala is in charge now. And less than 24 hours later, they're being indicted. I've got a screenshot here. I'll just read it to you. It's a Tim Pool tweet regarding this. He says, statement regarding allegations and the leaked DOJ indictment always gets leaked whenever it goes after conservatives. If it's a Democrat, we never see this. Should these allegations prove true, I, as well as the other personalities and commentators, were deceived and are victims. So Tim Pool's not really denying it. Says if it's true, he's a victim. I cannot speak for anyone else at the company as to what they do or to what they are instructed. The Culture War podcast was licensed by Tenet Media, so he admits that he's involved with Tenet Media. It existed well before any license agreement with Tenet, and it will continue to exist after such agreement expires. What does YouTube do? Does YouTube go and shut these channels down for Russian propaganda, Russian misinformation? How does this work, right? If you get out and you say the wrong thing, you have affiliations with the wrong people. How does this work? Benny Johnson, now going back to 2017, Benny Johnson used to work for BuzzFeed. He left BuzzFeed because of and now I'm just giving you the news that I found. I like Benny. I watch his channel all the time. He was let go at BuzzFeed for 41 counts of plagiarism. Plagiarism. Same thing Joe Biden's been accused of. I like Benny Johnson. You do your own research. Do not follow and trust me, or don't trust me. Do your own research, right? It's very easy to find. Just a click of a magic mouse, right? Click of a magic mouse, you can find this stuff out. But the Tenet Media Group, if this is true, the fallout of this will be huge. Now, the easiest way to deter opposition, silence them. Silence the opposition. Who else has been on Tim Pool's podcast? Benny Johnson's podcast? Who else has went and talked to some of these other conservatives? Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been on Benny, been on Tim Pool. I'm not sure if he's been on Dave Rubin, but this is where we're at. This is what's going on right now. You don't like your political opponent? Shut them down and go after all of the platforms that are calling you out. That's where we're at, man. This is bad news. I've got the, let's see here. Tim Pool, there's evidence here that shows that just a few months ago, he was making videos in regards to Russia's advances into Ukraine. Does this lead anywhere? Is this to deter, change, alter the outcome of that? Love to know your comment. Leave a comment down below. I would love to know what you think. And more importantly, how does this affect everything? Do you believe Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, Dave Rubin, Tenet Media took money knowingly from Russia? And even if it's unknowingly, how does this affect things? How does this change things? Love to know your opinion on that. I haven't gotten any Russian money. As you can see, I'm wearing a wore-out t-shirt, staying in a Holiday Inn, okay? I'm not really rolling in the dough. So help a brother out. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, join the channel as a member. Really appreciate it. Let's keep fighting the good fight. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep getting the information out there so you are more informed than the average Democrat voter.